don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in a vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create, you're my muse. The kind of smile that makes the news. Can't nobody throw shade on your name in these streets. Triple threat, you a boss, you a bank, you a beast. You make it easy to choose. You got a mean touch, I can't refuse. No, I can't refuse it.
Can't help but feel like you guys are kind of cooked. Okay, there we go. Hello, you beautiful, sexy bastards. I hope you're all well. I am really sorry for going MIA on y'all for the last 2 weeks. I was just constantly behind and felt like I just could not catch up because of how late I was posting the videos and stuff like that, and was tired, all that. So I was like, I had to hit the reset button, and I did, and I'm back. Alright, okay, so for this video, this was actually inspired by my second main squad. Y'all know who y'all are. Love you all. Initially, this was going to be just an eyeshadow video, but I figured we can do skincare and makeup. So this is going to be kind of like a guide, I guess, if you want to call it that. And just me sharing some of the stuff that I've learned and some of the stuff that I've researched and all that good stuff. So yeah. Okay, so before I get into the video, I just want to say I'm not an expert on this at all. This is just me sharing tips and suggestions, so don't take it super serious, okay? Okay. Now, first thing is first, we're gonna get into the skincare part. Okay, so before you go out there and you drop a free ton of cash or swipe your credit card on a bunch of skincare and makeup products, you have to know your skin type. Why is this important? Well, the last thing you want to do is buy products that is going to cause you to break out or irritate your skin. And this is not only important for your skincare, this is also important for makeup as well. Because once again, you don't want products that is going to either irritate your skin or cause you to break out. So, what are the skin types? You got oily skin, normal skin, dry/sensitive skin, and combination skin. Now, I feel like all of these kind of speak for itself. You guys have heard people like talk about like the skin types that they have and the products that they use to combat their type of skin. Now me, I have combination skin. So you're probably like, what the fuck is combination skin? Combination skin is where you have oily and dry skin. So I have oily skin in most of my T-zone, which is your forehead down to your chin. So I have oily skin across my forehead and my nose, and then I have dry skin all right here. So because of the fact that I have combination skin, I have to do a lot more in-depth research and make sure that the products that I get for skincare and makeup actually like combat that or that help with that, you know? So with that being said, I'm gonna show you guys the stuff that I use and then also maybe make some suggestions and offer some tips. So let's get into it. Okay, so I had to make sure all this was ready. Oops. Okay, so this is all of my skincare. You can't see this one, but also this little thing right here. This is the eye cream. We're gonna go through it. Okay, so the very first step in skincare, well, first of all, you have to determine if you want just like a simple routine or a more elaborate routine. For me, I keep it simple. Cleanser, sunscreen, moisturizer. That is my go-to. If you, once again, want something more elaborate, I would suggest you look into that because I don't do an elaborate skincare routine just because I don't like all that stuff on my face. Like the retinol, the serums, all that. That's not me. I keep it simple and it does what it's supposed to. Okay? Okay. But, cleanser. So these are the three that I use. Let me grab all of them real quick. Okay, so I got this one. This is the Cerave Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. I use this one in the morning. Well, there's two I use in the morning. This one And then I use this one as well. This is the Biore, I think I'm saying that wrong, but the Biore Charcoal Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser. And honestly, I've learned that anything with charcoal works really well for my skin. So yeah, but I'll switch in between these two for the AM. And then for the PM, I use the oil-free acne wash from Neutrogena. Love her so much. Now, you don't have to do 2 cleansers. I just prefer it, and it's honestly worked better for me. But once again, if you don't want to have 2 cleansers, you can just use the same one. But I prefer to have 2 because, I mean, I haven't had any problems with this since I, like, use 3 of them. Or don't use, like, the same one for both the morning and the night. So, yeah. Alright, congrats. You just bought some cleanser. You bought some cleanser that works for your skin. Now what's next? This part I feel like is kind of up for debate because for me, like I mentioned, I do cleanser, sunscreen, and moisturizer, which is actually the next step. Sunscreen. This is the Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen from Neutrogena. I actually hate this one because the one that I was using before was this one. This is the Hydro Boost Water Gel Sunscreen Lotion, which is also from Neutrogena. But I switched because I felt like it was too oily, but I think it was how much I was using that was causing my skin to look so oily and so shiny, so I was like, nah. And I switched over to this one. Don't want this one. Why is sunscreen important? I feel like all of you should know this. Sunscreen is important. Your skin on your face is very sensitive to the sun's rays. So if you do not wear sunscreen, that will cause great harm to your skin. Please put on sunscreen, okay? Okay. All right, let me put these back. Now moisturizer, there's only one moisturizer that I will use until the day I freaking die. That is the Holy Hydration Moisturizer from e.l.f. Now before I go on, I just want to say my top 2 brands, or like my go-to brands for makeup and some skincare, is e.l.f., like I just showed you, and NYX. Those are my Roman Empire. Never thought I'd say that, but here we are. And then I started doing eye cream. I tried out eye cream. This is the Holy Hydration eye cream from also e.l.f. And so far it's worked pretty good. You don't have to do eye cream, but if you want to, you can. Okay, so congrats. You figured out a skincare routine and you figured out what products you want to get. Yeah, I think I went through everything. Oh, no, there was one thing I forgot. So if you want to be a little extra with your skincare and you're into like the sheet masks under the eyes, or if you want to do like a facial masks, a brand I would highly recommend is Freeman's. I need to go get some more stuff, but this is the French pink clay peel off mask. And oh my god, they have some really good like masks. Oh, and cleansers too. You can either get them in the bottles or they have them in like the little like packages and stuff like that you can probably buy either on Amazon or at like Walmart or something like that. But yeah, so there's skincare. Now let's get into makeup. Okay, so now that you've gotten your skincare out of the way, now we're gonna move on to makeup. Now, like I mentioned earlier, knowing your skin type is not only important for just your skincare, but it's also important for your makeup as well. Why is that? Well, it has to do with the ingredients that are in makeup products. And that is where silicone-based makeup and water-based makeup come into play. What the hell are those? What does that mean? So silicone-based makeup is for oily skin and it offers more coverage. Whereas water-based makeup is meant for dry skin or dry/sensitive skin and is more hydrating. That's the difference between the silicone and water-based. Now, don't mix these two. You do not mix water-based and silicone-based makeup. I've said this before in my other video, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Don't mix the two, okay? Whatever product you start off with that's water-based or silicone-based, all the other products that follow after that have to be either or, okay? This is important. Don't forget that, okay? Okay. All right, now before we go crazy with the foundation and the concealer, first of all, it is important to make sure that you prep your face for the products that you're gonna put on. Why is this important? Because you wanna make sure that your makeup actually sticks to your face. So this first step is very important, so don't skip it. What is the step? Putting on primer. What the hell is primer? What does it do? Primer is essentially the glue to your face, so its purpose is to make sure that everything sticks to your face. Like I said, you cannot skip this step because otherwise your makeup is not going to stay in place and it's just going to look all weird, okay? So this is usually what it looks like. There's obviously different brands, but this is the one that I use. This is the Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. Now, where you apply your primer. Well, first of all, I'm going to take a little bit. You put it along your jawline. I didn't put enough. I gotta put some more on. So along your jawline. Under your eye. I think I put too much on. I always do this shit, bro. Along the sides of your nose. I'm gonna put some more on my jawline real quick. And on the corners of my mouth. And then last but not least, your forehead. Alright, so now that you have applied primer to your face, now there's like a bunch of steps that usually go in between this. There's only one cream product I use, which is concealer. So if you're wanting to know how to do like foundation and stuff like that, just like with the having an elaborate skincare routine, I would suggest you do your own individual research for like foundation, bronzer, highlighter, all that, because I don't wear that. So, but anyways, moving on to concealer. What the hell is concealer? What does it do? What is its purpose? Well, concealer is meant to hide or conceal, hence why it's called concealer, your quote unquote imperfections. So like acne scars, dark spots, blemishes, and even the dark circles under your eyes. Now for concealer, you need two shades. One that is your exact skin tone to cover up said imperfections. And then another shade that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your actual skin tone to brighten up under your eyes. Okay? So these are the ones that I use. So I use the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. This is in the shade... bro, I can never find the freaking thing. Deep Golden, sorry. And then I have the Kosas. This one has like a long ass name. Hold on. The Kosas Revealer Super Creamy Plus Brightening Concealer. Once again, these are the two concealers that I use. Okay, I feel like concealer wherever, like, whatever spots on your face you're trying to cover up or that you don't want shown, that's where you would put concealer at. But usually where it goes is along your jawline, on your chin, the corners of your mouth, the sides of your nose right here, under your eyes, and on your forehead. Alright, so I'm gonna cover up my usual spots where I usually put concealer at. And like I said, you don't have to use a whole lot because a little really does go a long way. Now before you even go and start blending it, you have to make sure like you gotta like let it sit for like a few seconds before you go and blend anything. So the fact that I'm literally getting another fucking pimple right there in the same spot that I have an acne scar is like crazy. Like what the fuck is this bullshit, bro? that pimple looks really painful. And it honestly is. Alright. And there you have it. Now, once again, to cover up the spots or like your acne scars, the blemishes, dark spots, or whatever, use a concealer that is your exact shade to cover up your imperfections. And then use a lighter shade that goes under your eyes to brighten up your eyes. You do it like so. I usually like to do dots instead of just like a swipe like most people, because I don't know, I just can't do it. Well, if it's the side of my nose, then yes. Do it like this. Oh, there's one spot I forgot to add concealer, and that was my above my brow. Let me add that on real fast. Hold on. That one's too high up. What the fuck? Bro. Yeah, that one's a little too high up. So let me bring this down some. Hold on real fast. Alright, congrats. You have now put on concealer. Now, what do you use to blend in your concealer? You can either use a beauty blender or a brush, or your hands. I couldn't find like the bigger concealer brush, so this is the one that I'm gonna rock with. And the way I do it, I usually start off with the brush first, and then I use my beauty blender to make sure it like stays down pat in there. And then you just do it like so. And then you kind of just do the same thing in the spots where you have concealer at. So I'm gonna blend the rest of this and I will be right back once again. Alright, you just put on concealer. Now we're moving on to the next part. Well, the next part in my routine. Again, if you're wanting something more elaborate, do your own individual research. Because this is mainly like me sharing like what I do and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, next step, setting powder. Well, the next step in my routine. You get where I'm going with this. Setting powder. What the freak is setting powder? Setting powder, well, it's what the name insinuates. It's to help set your makeup. So you have the glue that helps stick your makeup to your face, or that helps your makeup stick, which is primer, and then you have setting powder, which helps it sets. This is, well, what one of many look like. This is the Perfect Finish HD powder from e.l.f. Alright, now the way that you apply powder, honestly, that's up to you. You can either use a beauty blender, but use this part of the beauty blender and not the flat part right here. Or you can use a fluffy brush, which is what you mainly do use. And then you apply it to where you put your cream product. So whether it's just concealer or you have like foundation, concealer, bronzer, all that good stuff. So the places where you like applied like your cream products once again. So you're gonna get a little bit. Don't use a whole lot, because if you do, then it's gonna look, then your makeup's gonna look cakey. It's gonna go along my jawline just very lightly. And the reason I say lightly is because if you do it with like a heavy hand, it's gonna look cakey, like I just said. So don't use a whole lot. I'm gonna lightly go against my jawline here. Add a little bit more. Add some under my eye. Add some under this eye. And then, last but not least, my There we go. All right, next step, which is brows. Now, you don't have to do brows, but I just think brows just, there's just something so satisfying about having like such like slay or on fleek brows that is just like, you know. Anyways, so you can either use like the pomade with like the angled brush, which is, this is what an angled brush looks like. And then you just get like the little thing of the pomade and then you just, yeah. But I use an eyebrow brush. There's two that I use. I'm trying to find the other one. Found it. All right. Okay, so this is one of them. This is the NYX Fill and Fluff brow pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I use this for, well, I use this one and this one for like what I like to call not slay brows. So brows that are like, I'm like, don't care if they, I mean, I still care like how they come out, but just like not in terms of like laying them down or making sure that like my, what is this called? That there's like a sharp curve or whatever. So, but this one is the NYX Professional Brow Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. So, this part's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm gonna show you how to do brows. Alright, so before you even do anything, you can either use eyebrow gel, eyebrow glue, or even your primer to lay down your brow hairs, because that's what keeps them in place. So I got a little bit, so like a dot, probably can't even see that, a dot added to my brows. I gotta get some more because that was not enough. Hold up real quick. Add some more. Right. And then you're gonna get like a brush like this, and then you're gonna brush them and shape them however you want. So that's what I'm doing. Going up here, brushing them up, and then kind of coming down just a little bit. It's like laying your edges down, almost. Lay that down. All right, now that I got the brow the way I want it. Hold on. Okay, got that part down, and now we're gonna move on to the next brow. Same thing. Wait, because I can't see from right there. Same thing. And then shape. We'll brush and shape how you want your brow to be. Make sure this is laid down. Alright, and voila! You have brushed and shaped your brows. And also make sure that they stayed in place. Good. Alright, now moving on to the next more colorful part of makeup, eyeshadow. Now, because of the fact that this is a beginner's video, I'm going to keep it simple for my girlies. And honestly, if you're wanting to do something more elaborate with makeup or with eyeshadow, I would suggest, well, for right now, I would just suggest you do shimmers if you're not comfortable with doing color just yet. And then just start off with just like one shade or like, once again, glitter or shimmer. And then once you want to do more elaborate, practice. That's what I gotta say, practice. That's how I did it, and that's why I am doing a lot better than when I first started. And that's all it takes. All it takes is practice. But I was gonna do like a more elaborate look on this eye and then just do like a shimmer, but like I said, this is a beginner or a beginner's guide, and we're gonna keep it simple, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, now brushes are expensive as hell, like I've said so many times throughout this video. So you can either use your finger or use like the little applicator that comes in most, or that comes with most palettes, like the little spongy applicator thing. It's about like that big. Or, yeah, the little applicator or the brush or your finger, whichever one. Where did my finger? I just had it. What's right here? Alright, So you're gonna take a brush like so. You're gonna choose the color of your choosing. I'm gonna do a shimmer. I'm gonna lightly dab it like so. Not a whole lot. And you don't need too much eyeshadow either, because the last thing you want to do is like have eyeshadow all over your face, especially if you're using dark colors, because that will stain the freak out of your face. So don't use a whole lot. And then you're just gonna lightly dab your eye. Let me add some more real quick. Hold on. This is a really pretty color. I love the color a lot. I think this is the color, I think this is the very first color I wore when I first started wearing eyeshadow. Alright, bada bing, bada boom. And there you have it. Alright, congrats, you have done eyeshadow. I'm proud of you. Now, for more elaborate looks, I gotcha in the future, but like I'm gonna keep saying, this is gonna stay very simple because it is a beginner's guide. Alright, so next up, now we're gonna go back to the brows, because you have to let them set, like, let the product like set in place so your hairs also stay in place as well. I'm gonna take a brow pencil, or if you're using a brow pencil. You're gonna start from under your eye, or under your eyebrow, what? Under your eye, and then just, honestly, follow the shape of your brow. That's what I do. So you start from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. And then you just make your way up. And then just, so start from here, fill in, and then just make your way up, like so. Alright, I'm gonna do the other brow. I'll be right back. Alright, you have done mascara, and now we're on to the last and the most important step, which is setting spray. What the fuck is setting spray? Setting spray is basically where it helps your makeup last long, or where it makes your makeup last longer, basically. That is important, because the last thing you want to do is like be out all day and like your makeup is like melting off of your face, or to where it doesn't hold the way it's supposed to, or whatever, you know? So how do you know which setting spray to use? Well, there's setting sprays for all kinds of looks. So if you have like a dewy look, or you have like a matte, like full coverage look or whatever, then that's the spray that you go with. The one that I go with, or the one that I usually go with, is the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist from e.l.f. And then I have another one that I use, which is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. How do you put it on? You go in a zigzag or in a Z, but I don't do it like that. I just kind of, and then you let that dry, and then boom, you're done. Okie dokie, lovelies. You just not only did skincare, but you also did makeup. I am proud of you. Pat on the back. I apologize for this, or if this ends up being like really long. I'm gonna try to like not make it as long, so I'm gonna be up for a while cutting out some excess footage and whatnot. But there you have it. That concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have not already, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Don't know why I did it like that. And I will see you guys on Thursday, okay? Have a good rest of your night. Bye.